Greetings, greetings. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for joining me today. I want to talk about how you are in total control of your life. You are in total control of everything that is happening around you now. This is your movie. This is your life. Your life is your movie. Your movie is your life. And that's everything that you see around you now is coming from you, from your thinking, from your thoughts, from what you've been thinking in the past and what you've been doing, where your focus has been, what you have been paying attention to creates your movie. You are a center. You are a center of the whole. You are a center of the whole. And whatever it is that you want, you can have. You can have that life that you want. You are the star. You are the star of your own movie. You are the star of what's going on around you. And as soon as you realize how this all works, you can create a new movie, a new life, everything that you want when you pay attention to how this works, what is happening around you now. You have total power, total control over that. You are the star. You are the star of your own movie. How do you be the star? You're the star whether you know it or not. It's happening whether you know it or not. You are unconsciously creating your movie. If you do not like what you see, it is an unconscious thing that's happening within you. You have to go within to change the outer world. You are the star. So, what are you thinking about? What are you doing on a day-to-day basis? What are you saying to yourself in private? What has your focus? What has your attention? Who are you surrounding yourself with? What types of books are you reading? What are you doing? What movies are you watching? What channels are you watching? What are you giving your attention to, your focus to? Because whatever it is that you're giving your attention to and your focus, that's what's creating your world, your life now. That's what's creating your world. And this is verifiable, as I always say. You can test it for yourself. Start to do something different than your normal routine, and then you're going to see a different result. You're going to see a different result. You can even do something as simple and as easily as as I've spoken about in previous videos, is how you start your day. And when you start your day, the way you start your day, whatever intention you set, whatever you're saying to yourself is pretty much how your day is going to go. It's how your day is going to go. So if you spill that cup of coffee and you continue on that path and start saying negative things, that's pretty much how your day is going to go. But if you spill that cup of coffee and you change what you're saying, what you're thinking, okay, that's how your day is going to go. And you can test this out. You can test it all out and find out very quickly on how all of this works. So if you want to change your life, if you want to change your movie, then I suggest you first decide. Decide, how do you want your life to be? What do you want to have? What do you want to do? And you have to be it now and see yourself being that and doing the things that it is that you want to do. So you can start off by writing a script. Write a script to your movie on how you want your movie to go. Write it down. Write it down. Now, You have to change the inner world. For example, if you want to attract a beautiful, loving relationship, okay, and that's what you want to attract, if you don't change you and you become that, you're not going to attract it. You're going to attract what you are now. You're going to attract what you are now. So if you have certain behaviors, if there's certain things about yourself, you're going to attract your shadow. You're going to attract people who are going to show you who you are now. And if you don't do the work, you're going to continue to attract what you've been attracting in a relationship, a loving relationship, or relationships in general. You're going to find mirrors everywhere of what you're attracting. Is showing you. The world right now is showing you what you've been thinking, what you are right now, how you feel about yourself. Okay, that's how all of this works. So that's why the inner work is so very important. Because when you work on yourself, you're naturally going to change your vibration. You're going to change your frequency and your vibration, and you're going to start to see changes in your life. And a lot of times, when you're doing the inner work, you come to a point where it seems like everything is just falling apart. Everything is just crazy. Everything is falling apart. You're like, what the heck is going on? Well, your vibration is changing. And so either the people who are in your life is going to, want to know what the heck you're doing. They're going to want some too. They're going to want to find out how you're doing all these things and how all these great things are coming into your life. Or some will just fall away. They just won't be a part of your life anymore. It's because you're on a different vibration, a different frequency. Okay, so that's what's happening. So when you see a lot of chaos, what appears to be chaos in your world being shaken up, that's what's happening. Because once you start doing the inner work, the old world is going to fall apart. It's going to fall away. You're going to be in a new world. You're going to have a new life, different people. You're going to start to attract the things that you want. And a lot of these people can't come along with you because you're on a totally different vibration. And so whatever it is that you want, you have to become it. I see videos sometimes the videos come up on my radar, and see where I'm at. It's like a little over 8 minutes. So anyway, I don't want to keep too much of your time, but I want to give you some things that you can use right away to improve your life. So I come across these videos sometimes that pop up on my radar where they're, people are talking about, attracting, the type of relationship you want, for example. And a lot of times, it's a point of view, but it's not, how do I put it? It's not giving the full picture, the full story. Okay. So for example, there's some who may speak on relationships and attracting your significant other, or different types of relationships that you want in general, who you want in your circle, that sort of thing. And you're told the do's and the don'ts. Don't do this, don't do that. If someone is not for you, and you see certain traits or certain things that are like warnings in the beginning or what have you, to just move on from that, or don't proceed with that relationship or friendship or whatever it is. And that's only part true, because a lot of times when we're meeting people, it's a mirror. Everything is a mirror around you. This whole world is a mirror. It's showing you what you have been thinking and what's going on with you. So when you meet these people, to me, that's just one part of it. That's just it's not giving a complete picture. Because the way you can look at that is, you can tell someone all day long, don't do this, don't do that, or what have you, do this, do that. And if they don't really know what's the ins and outs of it, it's going to be very difficult for them, for people to just say, okay, well, these red flags came up, I need to get away. Most people are going to be pulled to it. They don't know why, but they keep being, we find ourselves in situations where we know we should not proceed, but we proceed anyway. And to me, it's because it's a mirror, something within us. So if I'm looking for a trait in someone and I don't have that, okay, it's going to be an issue. Okay, if I'm looking for someone who's very successful, someone who is doing quite well for themselves, they have the money, the house, the car, the business, the life, and if I'm not aspiring to do that, or I'm not willing to do that, but I want to find someone like that, you're never going to find it. It's just not going to work. You're not going to be able to track that. It's on totally different frequencies. So, to me, it's just part of the story. You have to do the inner work. You have to do the inner work, and you have to become what it is that you want. So, if you're looking for someone to have certain traits, then you better have them. Okay? If you want someone who is a go-getter, someone who wants to be doing things, someone who got big dreams or wanted to be doing things in life, doing great things to improve their lives, then you better be doing things to improve your life. Because it's just not going to go. So you have to do the inner work to attract what it is that you want. So to me, it's just part of the story, just saying. It's just a part of the story. You have to do the inner work. You have to become what it is that you want. So if you're lazy and you want to attract someone who is a go-getter, and it's not gonna work. You're just gonna keep attracting the same thing, and you're not gonna get what you want. So you have to do the inner work. You have to do the inner work. The inner work is working on yourself, paying attention to what you're thinking, pay attention to your self-talk. What are you saying to yourself? Pay attention to what are you doing throughout the day. Are you doing the same routine over and over again that got you the results that you have now? Because if you haven't changed your routine, you haven't changed the things that you're doing, you're going to get the same results. What has your attention? What has your focus? What types of things are you looking at? What types of books are you reading? What types of people are you surrounding yourself around? Okay? Because that is contagious. The people that you're around becomes contagious. You start to pick up on things. You start to say things that the people you're hanging out with, how they speak, you're going to start speaking. It's contagious. You don't even realize it's happening. And the same way happens, if you're surrounding yourself with very successful people, you're going to be talking like them. You're going to be, it's a reason why in many of the books that you read, and when you want to be successful at anything, they're going to tell you, who are you hanging around? Don't hang around negative people. You want to hang around people who are going somewhere, who are watching how they spend their time. There's a reason why they're successful. So you have to pay attention to that and do the inner work and make the changes. And it can be very difficult at times because It is a lonely, what I always say, the path to realization is a lonely one, because a lot of the times you can't bring people where you're going. And the thing about it is you want to become your own best friend. You want to become your own best friend, okay? You want to be comfortable with who you are. You want to love you. You want to love who you are. You want to love you. You want to be your own best friend, because don't you dare ever feel guilty about rising to the top, about having big dreams and big aspirations and doing things and doing all these big things. Don't ever feel sorry or bad for others who are not trying to do those things, because I could tell you one thing. You could either be, low level, low life, okay, getting nowhere and having other people surrounding you who are not going anywhere, unhappy because there are things that you want to do, but you don't want to leave your friends, you don't want to leave your family, you don't want to leave people that you're associating with. Or you can take the lonely path, okay, and reach the top and be okay. Be okay with that, because you're going to vibrate and meet better people who got better dreams. And I'm not putting anyone down. You're going to meet people who are more on the path to where you want to go to be successful. If you want to be successful and have a great life, okay, a successful life, a happy life, you want to do things that you want to do. Look at the time, we're at 16 minutes. I'm going to go a couple of more minutes. I'm going to do a part 2 because I don't want to take too much of your time. But would you rather be at the top with all the people who you used to be, with the traits that you used to be, have those particular traits? Do you want to be worried about them and on their level and stay with the mediocre life, okay, not going anywhere, okay, because you don't want to leave your friends? You don't want to leave that, but a part of you do have bigger dreams, but you feel guilty because you don't want to leave anyone behind. Okay, so you can either stay here or you can go to the top, and then you can meet people who are more in line with that. Okay, because I tell you, if they wanted to do what they want to do, they're going to leave you and do what they want to do. Okay, they're going to go do what they want to do and forget about you. They're not going to care about you, so why should you care about, why should you not care about yourself? Okay, so, because I could tell you, the people you're hanging around, they get their opportunities to do something, they're going to ditch you and go do it. Okay? So why don't you go and do what it is that you want to do with no guilt, without apologizing? Okay? Because it's your life and it's what you want. So that's just something to think about. So a lot of people, they feel guilty. I talk to people, they feel guilty about leaving people behind. But you really don't have to leave anyone behind. If they want to come up to your level, okay, that's one thing. But don't let it stop you from what it is that you want to do, because the first opportunity that they get, they're going to follow and do what they want, And as I always say, they're going to change your mind before you change their mind. Okay? They're going to change your mind before you change their mind, because they want to be where they are at. They don't want to change until they're ready to change. So don't try to change anyone. The only one you can change is you. And once you start changing you and you going within doing the work, a lot of chaos is going to break out. A lot of chaos is going to break out, but it is what you want. So my question to you is, do you want to be the star of your own movie? Do you want to be the star of your own movie? If you want to be the star of your own movie, you want to write it out, what it is that you want. Write out what you want. Then start paying attention to what you're thinking. You want to change that thinking to positive thinking, positive things. Speak into existence what it is that you want. Okay? I am attracting my dream job. I am attracting my dream career. I am attracting abundance. Okay? You want to speak to yourself like that. Okay? You want to think those thoughts. And thoughts are pictures. We think in pictures. So when you think, see yourself at that beach on that vacation doing what it is that you want to do. Okay? So you want to change your thinking. You want to change your inner talk. You want to change your routines that you're doing every day. You don't have to try to make all the changes in one go. Change 1 or 2 things a day that you're doing. You know, change up the things that you're doing. For example, if you get up late, maybe get up earlier and work on that for a while. So you can do little changes because you're working off a program, that these old programs that that's been playing in the background, and you don't even have to think about it. Okay, so that's something you can do. Okay, what are your focus? What are you focused on? Where's your attention? What are you paying attention to? No more watching garbage, okay, gossip, videos and things that's not going to benefit you at all. So pay attention to what has your focus. Are you looking at a lot of negative news? If you're looking at negative news, you're looking at what's going on in the economy, you're looking at those types of things, don't watch that stuff anymore. You want to focus and have the picture in your mind what it is that you want. What do you want to do? Where you see yourself? Okay, you want to do it now. Every opportunity that you get. You're in a store and the line is held up and there's always something going on. You're stuck in traffic. You can make good use of that time. And instead of complaining and being frustrated with traffic and things like that, you can take that time and use that time to imagine your life now and what it is that you want. So no more, and pay attention to your conversation, the people that you're hanging around. If you're around people who are negative and they're negative all the time, you want to get away from them. Okay? You want to get away from them as much as possible. Okay? Because that stuff is contagious. Okay? So who are you surrounding yourself with? And so that's how you do the work. That's how you do the inner work. You want to write things out. You want to do gratitude, affirmations, things like that. But write out your life and what it is and how you see yourself and make these changes. And with that, I'm like 20, almost 24 minutes. So I'm going to do a part 2, but I hope that helps you. And like and subscribe. Put your comments and I will respond. Put your comments in the comment area. And I will see you in the next video. With that, I love you all. Thank you so very, very much for viewing me. I love you so very, very much. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.